What's going on, guys? My name is PSRker, and today I'm coming back with another commentary. It's going to be quick, but it's going to be very important regarding Black Ops 3 information. Today, I want to talk to you guys about the fact that Raid may be coming back to Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Yes, that's right. So if you guys have no clue what I'm talking about, Raid was a multiplayer map in Black Ops 2, an obvious fan favorite. It took place at like this mansion place in Hollywood Hills. Really fun map to play, classic 3-lane Treyarch style, and it was a really fun map. A lot of people enjoyed it. Now, last week in a video where I talked about the map creator coming to Black Ops 3, I mentioned a list of confirmed stuff, air quotes there, where most of the stuff on the list was confirmed for Black Ops 3. It started out as rumors, but then a lot of the stuff ended up getting confirmed, and one of the things that was proved correctly was Nuketown Remake coming to Black Ops 3, and as part of the same bullet, it said Nuketown and Raid remakes coming to Black Ops 3. Now, we know a Nuketown remake is coming to Black Ops 3, and we haven't heard anything about the Raid remake yet coming to Black Ops 3. So that's the first point I want to make when making this argument that Raid could be coming back to Black Ops 3, because they were right about Nuketown coming back to Black Ops 3. They're in the same bullet point, so why can't that entire statement be true? Also, most of the things on that rumor list did end up getting confirmed, did end up being truth, so that makes this whole scenario where Raid will be coming back in Black Ops 3 that much more plausible. Now, another thing I want to talk to you guys about is that the actual full multiplayer map list was revealed a couple months ago for Black Ops 3. We don't have a ton of information on all the maps. I'm not even sure if these are the final map names, so I'm not going to break them down for you, but something did catch my eye. The Apartments map. So there's a map codenamed Apartments. It could be named something different in the actual game. These are just code names for now. They could end up going with the name of the map actually being Apartment, or it could be something completely different. But pretty much, this Apartments map caught my eye, because when you're thinking about Raid and you're thinking about it coming back in Black Ops 3, you have to think, how can they reskin it for Black Ops 3? Now, just to give you guys a brief overview of what this map list is, like there are maps called Rise, Spectre, Spire, Airstrip, that type of thing. It's like you can't really remake Raid into like a Rise, probably a high rise. Sector, that's probably a part of like Singapore or whatever that got hit with the chemical attack, as we saw on Twitter when Treyarch was teasing the campaign. Spire, that sounds like a tower, maybe on top of like a huge like Space Needle tower type thing. Obviously, you can't remake Raid on top of a Space Needle and that sort of thing. Now, Apartments actually sounds like a map name that you could remake Raid into almost, because Raid was a mansion. It had multiple buildings, it had multiple open spaces, and I could easily see Treyarch reskinning that entire map into a parking complex. Maybe like the back garage with all the Ferraris, that's just a standard parking garage now in this new version of the map. Maybe the area with the pool, that's a parking lot, and then you can walk up the stairs into the building. That middle courtyard can still be there, and all the different rooms in the different buildings could be reskinned as apartments in the building, which would actually be pretty cool. And then the basketball courts could stay there, because there's usually basketball courts on site at an apartment complex. And overall, like, I feel like that's the map name that fits the Raid description the most, just because apartments and a mansion, it can be easily like transformed into an apartment complex rather than try and take the Raid map and drop it on top of a skyscraper. That's just not going to work. Now, another possibility I want to talk to you guys about in Raid's return to Black Ops 3 is, what if it doesn't return exactly the way we like it? Because if you guys don't remember, Black Ops 3 has like the huge like wall running abilities, exo thrust, that type of deal. What if they want to reskin Raid completely, keep the main layout the same, like the same sight lines, the same like lanes, the same everything, but add a little bit more to it? Maybe add new areas of the map. We saw Infinity Ward do this when they remade Scrapyard. They added like an extra like underground tunnel in Scrapyard when it came back in Call of Duty Ghosts. Maybe they'll do something similar in Black Ops 3. Another thing that I want to talk about in regards to Infinity Ward was when they brought Strike Zone into Call of Duty Ghosts. Strike Zone was a very similar map to the MW3 fan favorite Dome. So this isn't a new concept to Call of Duty where the developer takes an old fan favorite map, brings it into the new game, but maybe switches up a couple of the sight lines, switches it up a little bit just to make it fresh, but it's still the same core map. Because if you think about it, I'll put up like images of both Strike Zone and Dome on screen. Like, they're both pretty similar maps. Like, now, I don't think Infinity Ward ever came out and said, yeah, we based Strike Zone off Dome or anything like that. But, you know, it's a very valid possibility. A lot of people notice the similarity between Strike Zone and Dome. And funny enough, Infinity Ward actually brought back the classic Dome in a DLC pack. So who knows, maybe in Black Ops 3 we'll be getting the classic Raid map that we all know and love as part of a DLC. And then in the base game, we'll be getting like a new apartment complex version of Raid, where it's optimized for you to use the wall running abilities and like the new exo thrust and that type of deal. And overall, I think Raid, there's a pretty solid possibility of it coming back. Like, Like, this isn't new to Call of Duty. They're not new to bringing back old fan favorite maps and putting them on the disc at launch. That rumor list that I was talking to you guys about, that's pretty much confirmed. Like, most of the things on that list are confirmed, especially the Nuketown thing being confirmed. That just gives me strong reason to believe that Raid will be making a return in Black Ops 3. And on top of that, if we look through all of the map names in Black Ops 3, the only one that could really work if you were to drop the Raid layout in that location is the map called Apartments, because as I said before, you're not going to make a Raid map on an airship, you're not going to make a Raid map on a high-rise, you're not going to make a Raid map like in the back alleys of Singapore, you're not going to make it on top of a Space Needle, and stuff like that. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much all of the details I have at this moment about Raid returning to Black Ops 3. If I get any more details, I'll definitely let you guys know. But until then, thank you guys so very much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. Remember to leave a like on this video. That would be greatly appreciated if we could break 15 likes. Subscribe if you're new. My link's down below in the description, youtube.com/FPSSarker. And I will catch you all later. See you guys.